Her message came at 2:47 a.m. You disappeared. I need your address. The kids are asking where you are. The screen glowed in the dark room, painting her words across the walls like quiet accusations. I didn't reply. I watched the text pulse once, twice, before fading into silence. Outside, the street was still, the kind of still that makes sound feel like intrusion. My boxes were stacked neatly by the door. My bed, if you could call it that, was just a folded blanket on the floor. I'd moved overnight. No warning, no confrontation, just gone. Because that's how it had started, with her showing up unannounced, 3 kids in tow, a smile too wide and words too casual. Kids adapt, stop being selfish. She said it like a mantra, like she believed the chaos could be justified by her need for comfort. And maybe, for a while, I believed it too. But comfort shouldn't sound like invasion. It shouldn't echo through walls or suffocate the air. It shouldn't replace solitude with noise. Now she wanted my address, and I wondered what she'd tell them when she finally realized I hadn't just moved apartments. I'd moved out of her world entirely. It hadn't started with her kids, it started with her habits. Late nights, whispered calls, sudden plans that never made sense, excuses layered like cheap wallpaper, covering something but not well enough. I'd ignored it, told myself she was tired, busy, trying. But I noticed how her eyes changed when she talked to me, that slight delay before answering, that practiced empathy, the kind people use when they've already made a decision about you. Then came the night she arrived at my door, unannounced. 3 small shadows behind her, clutching plastic bags and worn-out shoes. She didn't ask, she just stepped in. My landlord's being impossible, she said. It's just for a while. Her while lasted 3 months. 3 months of broken sleep, missing groceries, and apologies wrapped in guilt. 3 months of me shrinking inside my own home, learning to breathe in silence between tantrums. And when I told her there wasn't space, she looked at me like I'd just insulted her children. Kids adapt, stop being selfish. That's when something in me went still. Not angry, not heartbroken, just still. The kind of still that happens before a storm starts moving. I didn't argue after that night. Arguing gives the other person sound to hold on to. Instead, I started paying attention. She'd take calls outside, pacing the hallway barefoot, whispering names I didn't recognize. She'd vanish for hours, leaving her kids with me, saying she needed air. Her phone never left her hand. Her eyes never stayed on me. So I did what I do best. Observed. Waited. Collected small pieces of her carelessness. A text on her screen reflected in the bathroom mirror. A man's voice in a voicemail she forgot to delete. A photo hidden deep in her gallery. 2 wine glasses, a familiar red jacket that wasn't mine. I didn't confront her. I saved everything. Screenshots, dates, times, every lie she'd built, cataloged neatly in a folder named Receipts. At night, while she slept beside me, her phone face down on the nightstand, I memorized the rhythm of her breathing. Calm, unaware. People think betrayal feels like a blade. It doesn't. It feels like watching someone walk into your fire and smile as they burn you with your own match. The final proof came quietly. A mutual friend mentioned her ex, said he'd seen her at dinner, with him. Same man from the photo, same night she told me she was helping her sister move. I didn't react, didn't correct him, just nodded and felt something settle inside me. The truth isn't loud. It doesn't need to be. That night when she came home, I asked one question. Did you see him? She froze. Who? I didn't answer. I just turned my phone screen toward her. The photo, the messages, the timestamp. Her face drained, then filled again with color. It's not what you think. I nodded once. calm, detached. It never is. She started to cry, softly at first, then louder, like confession could fix what truth had already broken. I didn't stop her. I just watched. Watched her realize she wasn't the one in control anymore. The next morning, I went to work as usual. Came home late. She was asleep, the kids scattered around the apartment like misplaced memories. I packed quietly, one box at a time, no sound, no trace. By dawn, my key was on the counter, my name erased from the mailbox. I didn't leave a note. Notes are explanations, and explanations are for the guilty. When she woke up, she'd find absence, sharp and deliberate. No confrontation, no closure. Just space where I used to be. And space, I've learned, is the most honest form of revenge. Now her messages arrive like ghosts, every word trying to pull me back into the life I escaped. You didn't have to leave like that. We could have fixed it. Just tell me where you are. I don't reply. Not because I'm cruel. Because I'm done being kind to people who mistake kindness for permission. The silence I left behind will teach her more than my words ever could. I imagine her standing in that tiny